Hello, I'm Monty, and I need to tell you something important, something that could save your entire stack of leaves. Because right now, somewhere out there, a monkey just mortgaged his treehouse to buy something shiny that everyone is suddenly obsessed with, and I need you to understand exactly what is happening before you do the same thing. Today, I will explain financial bubbles, and yes, bananas are involved. So let us start from the very beginning. I live in a jungle. In this jungle, monkeys trade using leaves. And for as long as anyone can remember, a single banana costs about 1 leaf. Simple, fair. Life is good. Monkey eat banana. Monkey is happy. But then one day, something changes. Word spreads across the jungle that bananas are getting harder to find. Supply is tightening. Suddenly, that 1-leaf banana starts looking a lot more interesting. And here is where things get dangerous. One clever monkey has a thought. If bananas are going to cost more leaves tomorrow, maybe he should grab a bunch today. Not to eat them, just to hold them, then sell them later to some other monkey for more leaves. Smart, right? Well, that is exactly the kind of thinking that starts a bubble. Because when one monkey does this, other monkeys notice. And when other monkeys notice, they want in too. Banana price hits 2 leaves, then 5, then 10, then 20. And suddenly every single monkey in the jungle is buying bananas, not because they are hungry, but because they think the price will keep climbing forever. This is the mania phase. And I have to be honest with you, it feels incredible when you are inside it. Every monkey looks like a genius. The monkey who bought early is now rich. The news is talking about bananas non-stop. Everyone has a theory about why banana prices can only go up from here. And the monkeys who did not buy yet? They feel absolutely terrible. This feeling has a name. It is called FOMO, fear of missing out, and it is one of the most powerful forces in all of financial history. Here is the psychological truth that I want you to understand. Bubbles are not driven by logic. They are driven by emotion and by something called herd behavior. When every monkey around you is doing the same thing, that thing starts to feel correct, even when it makes no rational sense at all. The crowd becomes its own justification. Monkeys see, monkeys do. And the more monkeys pile in, the higher prices go, which attracts even more monkeys. It is a loop, a beautiful, terrifying, self-reinforcing loop. But then the banks show up, and everything gets much, much worse. Here is how. When banana prices are rising fast, some monkeys decide they want to invest more than they actually have. So they walk into the monkey bank and borrow leaves to buy more bananas. This is called leverage, and I'm going to explain this carefully because it is crucial. If you use 10 of your own leaves to buy bananas worth 100 leaves, borrowing the other 90 from the bank, a 10% rise in banana prices does not just give you a 10% return. Your investment doubles. You look like an absolute genius. But here is the terrifying flip side. If banana prices drop by just 10%, your entire personal investment is wiped out completely. 0. And you still owe the bank 90 leaves. The banana market does not even need to crash to destroy you. It just needs to wobble a little. And when you scale this up across thousands of leveraged monkeys, all buying the same thing at the same time, the bubble does not just grow. It absolutely explodes. Cheap borrowed money is like throwing gasoline on a fire that was already out of control. Now I'm going to tell you how it ends. And spoiler alert, it is not pretty. At some point, a few monkeys start asking an uncomfortable question. Wait, are bananas actually worth 100 leaves? They grow on trees. Literally, they grow on trees. The moment enough monkeys start thinking this, the spell breaks. A few start selling. Price dips a little. The leveraged monkeys panic because even a small drop threatens their position. Banks demand their loans back. Monkeys are forced to sell even more bananas to cover their debts. This creates a new loop, but going in the opposite direction. Prices fall. More panic selling, more forced selling, more price drops. What was 100 leaves becomes 50, then 20, then 5, then less than 1. The bubble has popped. The monkeys who bought early and sold near the top walk away wealthy. The monkeys who shorted the banana market, meaning they bet on prices falling, also walk away wealthy. And the monkeys who stayed on the sidelines and never participated still have all their leaves. But the vast majority of monkeys, the ones who bought in late, the ones who borrowed to invest, the ones who believed the price would climb forever, they are devastated, holding worthless bananas and massive debts. This pattern, by the way, is not random. Financial historians have identified it happening over and over across centuries of human and apparently monkey economic activity. It follows 4 recognizable stages. First comes discovery, when something new and genuinely interesting appears, and early adopters get excited. Then comes the boom, when broader participation drives prices upward rapidly. Then comes mania, when rational valuation completely disconnects from reality and pure speculation takes over. And finally comes panic, when reality reasserts itself violently and prices collapse. Now here is something that is really important and gets overlooked in most bubble discussions. Not everything that looks like a bubble actually destroys value forever. Sometimes, a technology or asset genuinely is revolutionary, and even though it gets wildly overvalued during the mania phase, the underlying thing survives and eventually justifies significant value. The key question to ask is this: when all the hype and speculation and borrowed money is stripped away, does this thing actually do something useful? Does it solve a real problem? Would anyone want it if it were not going up in price? So how do you spot a bubble before it pops on top of your head? Here are a few warning signs for you. First, if ordinary monkeys with no financial expertise are suddenly making enormous returns, seemingly effortlessly, be very suspicious. Second, if everywhere you look, monkeys are borrowing heavily to invest in the same specific thing, danger is close. Third, if the dominant narrative is that prices can only go one direction, and anyone suggesting caution is mocked as foolish, you are probably deep inside the mania phase. Fourth, if the asset's price has completely divorced from any measurable underlying value or earnings, ask yourself what you are actually buying. Here is the uncomfortable truth that I want to leave you with. The hardest part about financial bubbles is that they feel different from the inside. Every bubble in history felt justified to the people living through it. The logic always sounded reasonable at the time, and that is precisely what makes them so dangerous. The solution is not to never invest. The solution is to always ask what something is actually worth, independent of what everybody else thinks about it right now. Bananas are delicious. Bananas are nutritious. Bananas are valuable for what they are. The moment you start buying bananas only because you think another monkey will pay more for them later, you have stopped thinking about bananas and started gambling on monkey psychology. And monkey psychology, as I know very well, is deeply unreliable. Protect your leaves. Think before you ape in. And, as always, apes together strong. Give this video a like. And remember to subscribe to our channel so you can know your bananas, like I do.